Hello and welcome to Tutorialspoint. Today in mobile marketing, we will discuss about the policies. What are policies, why policies, and what policies will do in improving the confidence levels of the consumers. And policies play a very important role in a mobile marketing strategy, in a mobile marketing environment when you are building websites or the landing pages or the blogs or the mobile apps are concerned, because at the end of the day what matters is the safety, security of the end user is extremely important. When a lot of transactions, financial transactions are happening on internet through the mobile apps, through the smartphones, it is extremely important to safeguard the interest of the end users and the consumers. Now let's check them out, why policies and what these policies are all about. The policies are extremely important. It can be terms of use, the privacy policy and the disclaimer. These are extremely important when you are accessing a consumer through the smartphone. Policies either way are actually extremely important, irrespective of whether you are using a smartphone or accessing a smartphone to access more and more products is concerned. The desktop access or the laptop access or any access on the internet, these policies are extremely important. They have gained more and more credence because of the fact that mobile access is happening more, people are purchasing more on the mobile phones, and mobile phone problems with respect to the piracy, with respect to the viruses, with respect to the securities has gained a lot of proportions because of the fact that the consumers safety, security has to be protected. So terms of use, privacy policy and disclaimer are extremely important in terms of when you are having a responsive websites or blogs or landing pages that people are accessing through their smartphones, including the mobile applications. Negating spamming, this is an extremely important to negate the spamming. The users actually hate spamming. They do not want people to spam them, either with the social media platforms, whether through the emails, whether through the SMS, whether through the MMS. They actually are creating a huge problem across the world. To negate the spamming, the privacy policy and the disclaimer are extremely important. Safeguarding, protecting and maintaining the consumer privacy standard. What happens is when the consumer actually accesses a website or a blog or an app, they are actually providing their personal details on during the registration process, the name, the date of birth, the gender, the location, besides the banking transactions, besides from the banking details. So safeguarding, protecting and maintaining the privacy of the individual online through the smartphone is extremely important, and that is precisely the reason why a lot of importance is laid on providing the kind of security and safety to the end users when they are accessing your websites or your apps through the smartphone is concerned. Why the privacy policy? Protect consumers' personal details. I personally do not want my personal data to be available all over internet, because there are leaks happening all around the world. And I don't want my personal details, my bank details, my email IDs, my personal mobile phones to be available freely. I am scared of that. I don't want that to happen. Then it is important, it is imperative on the part of the company where I have registered with my personal details to protect my personal data. So it is in the best interest of the consumers that the companies need to protect the consumer data, and protection of consumer data is extremely important. Data protection, I provide a lot of data in terms of personal details, in terms of professional details, in terms of bank details on any particular company through my credit card or a debit card. So data protection plays a very important role in maintaining, safeguarding the safety and security of the end user. Giving consumers a choice. The consumers must be given a choice whether they want to register on a particular website or an app, what information they want to give, what information they don't want to disclose. So consumer at the end of the day must be empowered, and giving consumer a choice is extremely important. Maintaining transparency. The companies need to maintain the transparency that is needed as far as maintaining the safety and security of the end user. They need to be completely transparent in terms of the kind of information they provide and in terms of the openness that they actually access the user data. Security is the bottom line. Security of the data, security of the personal details, security of their banking information, security of their professional and private information. This is extremely important, and safety, security plays a very important role, and you need to have a clearly laid down privacy policy. You need to have a clearly laid down terms of service, how you are going to protect the data, what kind of servers you are using, where the servers are located, and what are the standards that you are maintaining, what is the checklist that you have got in place, and the kind of resources available for you to protect the security and safety of the end users. This has to be clearly laid down in your privacy policy, in your terms of use, and in your disclosure if you are serious about your business and protecting the end users data is concerned. What are the guidelines you can think of implementing? Always list out the privacy policy, disclaimers and terms of use to be read and understand. Each and every website that you build, the blog you build, the landing page you build, and your social media guidelines or your app, the privacy policy, the disclaimer and the terms of services have to be clearly laid down, spelled out completely, clearly and effectively, so that the user read them and they know what they are up to as far as accessing a website or your company online assets are concerned. Put consumers' interest first. Always put the consumers' interest first in terms of protecting their personal details, their professional details, their credit card details, and the safety of the individual. Putting the consumers' interest will put a lot of confidence in the minds of the consumers when they are accessing your websites or applications. Take measures to protect user data. You must put an elaborate system, a comprehensive system with checks and balances in place to protect the user data. The user wants their data to be protected. When their users are giving their data in your hands, it is your responsibility, and it is actually your responsibility to make sure that you protect the user data, and how you protect the user data have to be clearly specified in your privacy policy. Follow best practices. Implement the best global standards and practices as far as protecting the data of the end user is concerned. Then strict security measures. The kind of server system that you have got, what kind of technology you have, what kind of security socket layers that you are implementing, the kind of resources who are managing these resources and the facilities. You have to put the best security measures in place to protect the end user's data. In conclusion, what we have seen in this video is mobile marketing, the policies, then why the privacy policy is extremely important, and what are the guidelines you can think of implementing as far as protecting the user data, the user security is concerned. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again.